Good morning, matriculants. We're going to have a look at parts of speech. Let's revise this. Please do not confuse it with figures of speech, which we normally have with our poetry, things like onomatopoeia, assonance, alliteration, metaphors, personification. Parts of speech has to do with the job a word is doing in a sentence. So let's have a look. What is parts of speech? The job a word does in a sentence. Is the word giving a name? Is it in the place of a name? Does it give more information? Does it show that a name is to follow? Does it show an action or the state of something, the state something is in? Does it give more information on the action? Does it combine words or phrases or clauses or sentences? Does it show relation where something is in relation to something else? Does it show a short emotional phrase? These are all the jobs a word can do in a sentence. When we have a look at the types, we find nouns, pronouns, adjectives, articles, verbs, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, and interjections. When we look at nouns, it's the name of something. It's the answer to what is that? Who is that? What do you feel? What do you experience? What do you do? We find common nouns. You can normally see it, touch it, smell it, taste it, hear it, like elephant, desk, table, smartphone. We also find abstract nouns. It's normally a feeling. I can give it to you, but not in a box with a bow on. I can feel happiness. I can give you friendship. I can feel excitement. Proper nouns are always written with a capital letter. If you have a look at this beautiful picture, it's Table Mountain. Where is it? In the Western Cape in South Africa. Collective nouns. It shows a group of nouns. So if we look at these beautiful giraffes, it can be a herd of giraffes or a tower of giraffes. How about a bloat of hippos? Or a cackle of hyenas? Very important is the type that we call gerund. It looks like a verb plus ing, but it does the job of a naming word. Bobby, what have you been doing during lockdown? Sarah, eating was my favorite pastime. What do you think should I do to lose all that weight I gained? Bobby, hiking and swimming are good exercises to do. In the above examples, you can see that eating, hiking, and swimming all look like a verb plus ing, but it does the job of naming something. What was your favorite pastime? Eating. What are good exercises to do? Hiking and swimming. But now, versus a verb. She was eating a lot during lockdown. She is hiking 10 kilometers at a time, and she is swimming 30 laps per day to lose the weight. So can you see that when it's a verb, you must have an auxiliary verb in front of it, the was and the is. This is very important. Pronouns. These are used in the place of a noun. So we're not going to sound like idiots. Peter is seated at Peter's desk and Peter has Peter's pen in Peter's hand. Peter's friend asks Peter for a pencil. Really? Peter is seated at his desk and he has his pen in his hand. His friend asks him for a pencil. So it's a word that we place in the place of a noun so that we don't sound like an idiot, that we don't unnecessarily repeat. The types of pronouns. We find the personal pronouns, something like I, me, he or she. We find reflexive pronouns, himself, myself, themselves. Demonstrative, this book, that book, these books, those books. We find indefinite, words like anybody, somebody, anyone, both. We find interrogative, but here it must be used in a question sentence. Sorry for the spelling error. Who, whom, what, which, whose. A relative pronoun will be who, whom, which, that, but it will not be in a question sentence. And then we find possessive. Whose jersey is that? It's Peter's jersey. It's his jersey. Adjectives. It describes the noun or a pronoun. It can be used before or after the noun. The dog is cute, the cute dog. It can make use of degrees of comparison. We find the positive degree, the comparative degree, and the superlative degree. Positive words like good, tall, beautiful. That's just the statement, the plain form. Comparative is one better. Better, taller, more beautiful. This is when we have two things that are compared. But superlative is when there are more than two things which are compared. Then it's good, better, best. Tall, taller, tallest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Please note, we never use and more together. So you will never say she is more taller than her friend. So it's either taller or more plus the word. The same with superlative. We don't use ist plus most. You won't say she is the most tallest girl in the class. You will say she's the tallest. You cannot use both together. Also note the use of compound adjectives. A broken down car or a he will kill you stare. Articles. Articles are normally used before a noun. The definite article is the, indefinite article a or an. We use a in front of a word that when we pronounce it, it sounds as if it starts with a consonant. A telephone, T definitely sounds like a consonant. A United States citizen, it sounds like a consonant. An is used in front of a word that when you pronounce it, it sounds as if it starts with a vowel. An apple, an hour. Now, please take note of this. You can use this in your essays as well. Many of you still make the error of when to use a, when to use an. Another problem is the following. If a sentence starts with an article, the article is a capital letter and the next word not, unless the next word is a proper noun. In Afrikaans, the article a is written with a lower casing and the next word with a capital letter, but not in English. A hondjie, klein a, capital letter H, Afrikaans. But a dog. In English, the A is written with a capital letter. The next word is a small casing or lower casing letter. An enjoyable activity. Please, it's not a small casing letter and then dog with a capital letter. Please note the difference. Do not make these mistakes in your essays. Please take note of this. Verbs. Verbs are normally a doing word like eat or drink or sleep or type or study. But it can also show a state of being or act as a linking verb like is, was, will be, are, were, etc. Please do not forget the auxiliary verb and this will indicate tense. Verbs can be transitive or intransitive. If I have something like she eats an ice cream, it's a present tense verb, transitive. It means that the verb goes over into a direct object. I can ask the question, eats what? And there will be an answer. If I look at she eats hungrily, it's still present tense, but now it's an intransitive verb. It doesn't transfer over into a direct object. If I ask eats what, then hungrily is not the answer to my question. Therefore, there is no direct object, and therefore this verb will be intransitive. She is happy. This is a stative verb in the present tense. Do not forget do, does, and did. And then the infinitive verb, to eat, to sleep, to dance. To plus any verb makes it infinitive. See it, love it, leave it. Adverbs. Adverbs give more information on the verb. Very often we find that we say it adds to the verb. He played, how, energetically. But it can also give more information on another adjective. He's an extremely energetic sportsman. Or it can actually qualify another adverb. He plays sports extremely energetically. So please have a look at that. Conjunctions, words that combine words, phrases, clauses, or sentences. Examples are but, because, either or, neither nor, not only but also, whether, if, although, or, and there are many more. These are only a couple, and then in a later lesson we will discuss the rules of conjunctions. Prepositions. It shows relationship between words in a sentence. Imagine a box and a ball. Where is the ball in relation to the box? Is it under, next to, is it above, behind, to the left, to the right, inside, did it go through? Words like that. And then lastly, interjections. These are short exclamations, very often expresses a strong emotion. For example, aha, gosh, oops, ouch, huh? So ladies and gentlemen, that is parts of speech in a nutshell. I am going to send through on the WhatsApp group a beautiful exercise. We are going to test all of these parts of speech. Please, if you have not gone onto Edmodo English file, please do so. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you must have a wonderful day and we will speak soon.